Hi, I'm Sherry. I want to welcome you to my studio today. I'm going to alter a pour that I did in the summer of 2017. So I'm starting with a brief recap of the pour. It was a dirty pour that I blew around with a straw and a turkey baster. Pretty straightforward. I'll put the link to the original video if you want to see this in some more detail, though not sure why you would. When I finished this pour, I liked it, but as time went on, it just seemed to look like a great big glob of baby poo brown. Off camera, I poured on another layer with transparent paints, and that didn't help. So now I am going to do a collage on top. I believe this piece looks a lot like a vase of flowers. So right now I'm cutting out a vase, little round squatty one. And I'm going to tear off some so that the flowers can hang over the edge of the vase. I buy my medium in gallon jars and then keep smaller little 8-ounce or 16-ounce jars available so it doesn't all get dried out. This paper is one of my favorite tissue papers, and I almost always have fit in my collages, often quite buried. Every now and then I forget to use it, but I just love that paper. You can see in my little bucket I have some floral motifs cut out of other papers, and now I am ripping floral motifs out of some paper napkins. If you saw my last video, you see that these motifs practically disappear when it's dry. And so in that video, I show how to make a decal using a napkin in order to keep some of the transparency. It also makes them stronger, so they're easier to glue down and also much easier to paint on the back of. Here I am with those decals. Looks kind of dark. Wonder what I did. Anyway, I'm just trying the different decals in different places. I kind of want to lay the motifs where the earlier layers were. And of course, this is just the first layer of flowers. Well, I guess technically it's the second layer because the first one disappeared. I'll put a link to that decal video at the end of the video, and it's also in the description below. Gluing and gluing. Almost done with that little tub of medium. Time to pull out another pretty soon. Yeah, I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel there. Alright, now I'm starting to glue down some of the floral motifs from scrapbook papers. I had decided that those plum ones you see over to the far left were just too dark at this stage of the game. gluing and gluing and gluing. Doesn't get much more exciting than that, does it? This, by the way, has been sped up about 2.5 times. And I've edited out some of the times I'm just standing there thinking. I like to spend a lot of time looking so that ideas just pop in my head. But you don't need to watch me stare, especially since all you see are my hands. One of the things with collage is that you have to try things, then try them somewhere else, try them again, before you find the right spot. Now I'm using some PanPastels to highlight the color of the various layers. I'm not sure if you've used these pastels before, but one of the things I love about them is the high pigment load, much higher than, say, a pastel stick. This little tool comes with the PanPastels, or you can buy them separately, but you can always, use my favorite tool, your finger, or a makeup wedge or an eyeshadow applicator. Q-tips in small places. With these tools, if the color gets on them, you just rub it off on a napkin and then you can transfer to a new color. Even if you move the color by accident to a new pan, it comes out with just a little swipe of the tool. I'll have some links below for PanPastels and the tools. You can buy them in kits or one at a time. Now I'm going to put a gold metallic PanPastel over the whole vase. I just got these metallics about a week ago, so I'm not real used to how they work yet. Now I'm adding some raw umber to give shadows below the flowers and around the vase to make it look round. And of course the white highlight helps with the illusion of roundness. Adding a little bit more gold and then shadow on the table. There's that favorite tool again. And now I'm going in with watercolor pencil. These are Derwent ink tints. You gotta love the vibrancy of the color. It really is similar to an ink more than watercolor. And I will readily admit I am not a watercolorist. It is probably the one medium that I feel least comfortable in. Now, I forgot to say that in between, I did do a clear coat over the PanPastel so that it wouldn't be tempted to move when water was applied. And that clear coat is not working well with my watercolors. It's repelling it a little bit, and you'll see that on some of the flowers soon. These little pans are a product called Twinkling H2Os. They're made by Leslie Olmsted's Color Art company, and they're all iridescent colors, and I love them. But as you can see, they're just beading up on top of that spray. I used a satin finish spray and just did one light coat, so yeah, I need to find a better in-between layer. That is one thing with pastels, whether pastels or stick pastels, you have to seal them with a fixative of some sort. Same with, charcoal, pencil. Back to using the ink tints. I love that vibrant blue. It really just looks like ink, doesn't it? Oh, aptly named. I'm just switching back and forth as needed in order to give this the dimension that I'm hoping for. And doesn't that look like a funky little face with two mismatched eyes in Halloween colors? I just feel like the video's staring at me. Since then, I've bought a really pointed brush, so that'll help with some of this. I'm going back with a glaze made with the same colors that the base pour was done in. I want to send the other parts of the pour further back, and I'm doing that with just a light glaze of the plum. You can still see all the shapes. You can see where I blew the paint around still on the outside, but this helps push it to the background. The last few touch-ups. I'm almost done here, and I've stopped in order to post this video, but part of me thinks I need to add some line work in gold or white, but I'm not sure. Could you leave me your thoughts? I mean, I think this is pretty in the final form, but I'm not quite sure it's finished. Thanks for watching my video. Please leave any questions or comments you might have, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you'll subscribe. Thanks again. Bye.